In the quiet classrooms of Cambodia, there once stood a teacher, chalk in hand, eyes soft, voice calm. He taught history, but what he really wanted was to erase it. Clean slate, no cities, no money, no books, just mud, loyalty, and silence. This is Pol Pot, and he didn't just change Cambodia, he buried it. This is Dark Files. Let's open the case. Part 1. From Paris with Revolution. He was born Salot Sar, 1925. A village boy, humble roots. He prayed with monks, he studied in the capital, and then came the scholarship. Paris. Yes, Paris, the city of lights, art, philosophy, and of course, revolutionary communism. Young Salot soaked it in like wine. Marx, Stalin, Mao. Not ideas, blueprints. He came home with a plan. Not to teach, to reprogram a nation. In 1975, they took the capital. Phnom Penh fell. Pol Pot stepped in, smiling. He said, "We will start again." And just like that, Cambodia became a blank slate. Year zero. Within 24 hours, cities were emptied. Doctors, teachers, children, even the sick were dragged from their beds. There were no exceptions. People walked for days in the heat, starving, barefoot, terrified. Some collapsed, others were shot for resting. Those who survived, they were sent to work, 12 hours a day, in rice fields with no medicine and barely enough food to stay alive. Talking was dangerous, crying even worse. They were building a perfect society, with fear and silence. Wearing glasses, death. Speaking French, death. Soft hands, also death. Pol Pot saw enemies everywhere, and he made sure they were removed. Thousands were tortured at S21, a secret prison in Phnom Penh. Men, women, even children, forced to confess to crimes they didn't commit, then executed. But bullets were expensive, so they used shovels, machetes, bamboo sticks, even palm tree bark. Victims were blindfolded, taken to fields at night, told to kneel, and then silence. These were the killing fields. Over 2 million people died here, buried in shallow graves, forgotten by the world. 1979, Vietnam invades Cambodia. Pol Pot flees into the jungle. You'd think he'd be caught, put on trial, get his punishment. But no, he lived on, gave interviews, gave orders, lived in hiding for almost 20 years. And when he died in 1998, he died peacefully in his bed. No prison, no justice, just silence. He was once a teacher, a man with soft words and an even softer smile. But his vision of paradise was a nightmare. 2 million dead, a culture shattered, and a name still whispered in the dark. Pol Pot. These were the Dark Files. Some stories were never meant to be told, but we tell them anyway. Remember to subscribe.